Today is a sad day in the Jewish world because a very profound soul was returned to its maker today. His name was Elyahu Ryps. Elyahu Ryps was not born into an Orthodox family. He couldn't. He was born in Riga, Latvia, in the time of the height of the former Soviet Union. He had incredible mathematical gifts, and those gifts helped catapult him to leave the Soviet Union and come to Eretz Yisrael in 1970 or 71. During that time, he came into contact with Torah students, especially the students of Rabbi Michoel Weissmandel, and they claimed that the Torah is not just a hodgepodge of documents, but rather a divine wisdom set to an exacting standard, not just of language, but of precision, integrated within it all the secrets of the world. And that there was a method to actually discover some of these secrets. And that is through using equal letter codes and discovering them within the Torah. The Israeli press said that Elyahu Ryps was the founder of the Torah codes. It's an error, a terrible error. He was the promoter of the Torah codes. He expanded on the Torah codes together with other collaborators, which are not necessarily mentioned in the article, although they did mention their own Witzim. The founder of the Torah codes was one of my heroes, one of my greatest heroes in Jewish life, Rabbi Michoel Weissmandel. Never came into contact with him or his family, but reading his biography, reading the things that he accomplished in his life, there are periods of time in my life where if things had been a little different, I would have followed Rabbi Michoel under all circumstances. Michoel was a Jewish hero, a complete tzaddik who risked his life to save other Jews, whose love for Jews tried to save the remnants of the Jews of Europe. Unfortunately, nobody paid heed. In fact, there's a book called The Unheeded Cry, a cry from the depth of the hearts of a Jew in great pain, the heart of a Jew of great wisdom, of great energy, of great purity, who saw the death and destruction that the Nazis perpetrated upon our people. And he tried to warn them, tried to warn the Jews of Hungary. He tried to warn the Western Jews to give everything that they had to save Jews. He died of a broken heart. On the way to Auschwitz, he distributed pieces of bread with emery boards within them. Emery boards can wear away even steel. And he filed on that cattle car that he was being taken in to Auschwitz. He filed it hour upon hour till finally opened up a window. And there was enough space for him to leave, and he wanted his family to be taken out as well. His wife was too fearful, didn't allow him to even take one child. He regretted it later. He said, what would have happened if I'd have thrown the child out? Maybe been injured. It might have been alive. That child might have lived. His entire family perished in Auschwitz. Later came to the States and developed the yeshiva farm, developed a new nitra community where he had been the Rav of Nitra, the last standing Jewish community controlled by the Nazis, the last yeshiva in Western Europe that still was studying day and night. He was the head of that yeshiva, the head of that community. He was also the head of a resistance movement working to save Jews tirelessly. And he was almost successful. He kept the Germans at bay for 3-4 years, sending out the Jews of Slovakia to death. In his frustration, in his pain, he went into the Torah and discovered that the Torah has codes, equal letter codes. If you take every 50, every 7, every 13, 100, whatever it is, letters, you can find codes in the Torah. And he discovered hundreds of codes, and he presented the discovery of these codes in a book called Kerem Chemed, The Vineyard of Chemed, which is Chaim Michoel Ber, whose last name is Weissmandel, Chaim Michoel Dov. And it was these writings that attracted Elyahu Ryps and Doron Whitson, challenged them to see if indeed there was such a thing as a code in the Torah. And to their delight, they discovered the codes. I know that there's controversy, those who wanted to show that it's not true. To this day, you can still discover events that take place utilizing the Hebrew of those events, of those individuals, and find equal letter codes for them. And the negation of that, the 46-page negation of that, I'm sure it was written with a lot of wisdom and understanding and so on. Elyahu Ryps, one of the greatest mathematicians of the generation, certainly knew basic laws of mathematics, would not have put his name to something that was just trivial. To his dying day, he was insistent that the codes were real. The codes did not predict events in the world because it's too complicated, there are too many variables. But once events took place, their place in the Torah was already there, was already anticipated. We just don't know which event is going to happen and when it's going to happen. So I can't say Shalom Chaver because I'm not his Chaver. And Shalom, he has more than Shalom. He has the blessing of HaKadosh Baruch Hu for all of the good that he has done in his lifetime. The Alter Rebbe says in Tanya that at the time of a person's life, a person's death, all of the divine power that was released by that person's activity in his lifetime are revealed in this world. Elyahu Ryps revealed the truth of the Torah into this world. And at the time of his death, that means that that truth of the Torah that he revealed, he could only reveal part of because he was limited by a physical body and a physical consciousness, a physical brain. But the revelation of the Torah that he began today is far greater than it ever was. And anyone who wants to today can approach the Torah and see the proof that this is the divine will, this is the divine statement, the ultimate prophecy that has within it the story of the world.